And you're going to see Catching Freedom on the inside of this work here for trainer Brad Cox, who's got 3 horses in the Kentucky Derby this year. Louisiana Derby winner Catching Freedom on the inside with exercise rider Edvin Vargas. And on the outside is Encino. And Encino, the bigger horse, just kind of dwarfing a Catching Freedom to a certain extent. Florent Giroux aboard Encino here.
Yeah, and I got to see Catching Freedom up close. He's not a huge horse, but he has a huge presence. So we've got the speedier horse, the more tactical horse sitting off of the closer, Encino sitting off of Catching Freedom, and I'm sure that's by design. Push Catching Freedom along and rate Encino a bit. But they seem to be moving extremely well. I mean, I love the look of this work, and Catching Freedom is one that is catching my eye for picks. He's a horse that I like his running style, and Encino actually pulling ahead in front of him here. But it doesn't really look like either horse is being asked. And they come to the wire with Encino just a little bit in front. We'll see how they gallop out. You can see if the rider on Catching Freedom drops his head here, it seems like he will probably accelerate.
There was a question whether or not Encino would run in the Derby. It's not like Brad Cox to run a horse back 3 weeks, and this is the horse that won the Lexington.
Well, but again, it depends on when they're peaking and how they're progressing.
And it's the Kentucky Derby.
Well, right, but I mean, if you've got a horse that just runs in the Lexington in Encino and comes out of it in excellent form, comes out of it on cloud 9, it could be the perfect time to run that horse.
Yeah. Based on what we saw this morning, I got a feeling he's probably going to run.
He kept his head in front at the wire, Encino in front of Catching Freedom, and galloped out in front of him, too.
Yeah, it was a nice work for both, but Encino certainly didn't do anything to dissuade Godolphin or Brad Cox to run him in the Derby. Let's take a look at Grand